Hello viewers, in this video I will discuss about the terms conductors and insulators. Okay, before going to the explanation of conductors and insulators, I will show you some objects. Okay, see here I am having a green wire. See inside this wire we will be having a brown like substance. This is the copper wire. Okay, see that this is a copper wire, and here also I am also having another substance, a steel rod. Okay, so two metals, copper and steel. I am having metals in my hands. Okay, so keep this in mind. Okay, now I'm going to show you another two objects. See here, I have glass and wood in my hand. Okay, I have glass and wood in my hand. Okay, so keep this in mind. So now what are conductors and insulators? First, I have shown you two objects. One is a copper wire and a steel metals. They comes under the category of conductors. Now, what is a conductor? See that conductors, the substance. See the substance which allow. See substance which allow free flow of charges within them, which allows free flow of charges within them. So for I have example, we have the metals. So metals, you see there is a free flow of charges or free flow of electrons within the materials. Okay, so secondly I have shown you some objects, that is glass and wood. So they comes under the category of insulators. Okay, so it comes under the category of insulators. So what are our insulators? The substance which do not allow free flow of electrons or charges within them. So they are called as insulators. Example, we could say glass, plastic and wood. Okay, so we have many examples. Okay, so this is the definition of conductors and insulators. Okay, so which are called as best conductors? That is depend by the property, we call it as conductivity. Conductivity is nothing but how much it conducts. Okay, so depend upon this property we could select the material which is the best conductor, which is the worst conductor, that could be selected and could be used for the required applications. Okay, so that depends upon that property, we call it as conductivity. In case of insulators, it is determined by the property, we call it as dielectric strength. We call it as dielectric strength. Nothing but it is the term, nothing but the strength of an insulator. It specifies the strength of an insulator. Okay, so normally what happens here, we have free flow of charges or electrons within a material. So that is the flow, electrons flow from one atom to another. Okay, so what happens in case of atom? So in case of atom, this is the structure of atom. Here in center you have a positive charge and surrounding by the flow of electrons, negative charge, flow of electrons. Okay, so there is a force of attraction between this positive and negative charge for all case of materials. Okay, so in case of this conductor, this force could be easily overcome. And electrons could be easily taken out. That is very easy in case of your conductors. Okay, but in case of your insulators, this force is very large. It is very strong enough. Okay, in case of insulating material, this force is very strong between the charges. So it is very hard to take the electrons out. They just accumulate inside, they will not move. Okay, it is very strong. Okay, so if you want an insulator to be converted into conductor, you have to overcome the dielectric strength of the material. So some kind of energy, more energy is needed to overcome this strength, that we call it as a breakdown. So that breakdown, dielectric breakdown, it means that the breaking of the force and taking the electron outside. Okay, so you need large amount of force, more than the dielectric strength of the material, to make it as a conductor. That is very difficult, but we need large amount of energy to convert it. Okay, so this is about conductors and insulators. Okay, so see that, for example, so here I have a charger, a laptop charger, okay, or you can take a mobile charger. So here we see that when it is plugged in, yeah, inside you are having a copper wire. So inside this black wire you will be having a copper wire through which free flow of charges takes place when you plug in. Okay, so normally the copper wire could not be touched by human hand. When it is touched by human hand, what happens? We see that the charge will start flowing into our human body, which is not good for our human body. So the copper wire is being covered by this insulating wire. Okay, so I am saying that both are useful for us. So conductor and insulator both are useful for us. So here the flow of charges takes place through a copper wire, which is being covered by insulating wire for the safety of human being. Okay, so this is one of the use of a conductor and insulators. Okay, so I think I've explained the term conductor and insulators, and I've given some examples. Okay, this is about conductors and insulators. Okay, thank you.